Leverage builds wealth and destroys it. It's one of the most powerful forces in finance, and one of the most misunderstood. This is money mechanics. Today, we're breaking down the leverage trap, and why the same tool that creates gains can accelerate losses. Leverage amplifies outcomes. If things go well, you win faster. If things go wrong, you lose faster. That's the trade. But most people don't see it that way. They see speed, they see scale, they see the upside, and they assume that's the default outcome. But leverage doesn't guarantee success. It only increases exposure. When you use leverage, you're increasing your position beyond what you actually own. That can come from borrowing money, or from systems that expand your reach. Either way, you're operating at a larger scale. And that scale applies to everything: gains, losses, timing, pressure. If your strategy works, leverage accelerates the result. You reach outcomes faster, returns appear larger, progress feels exponential. But if your strategy is weak, or the conditions change, leverage exposes that immediately. Losses increase, margins shrink, and recovery becomes harder. Because you're not just dealing with performance, you're dealing with obligation. Debt has to be serviced, positions have to be maintained, and time becomes a constraint. That's where leverage shifts from advantage to pressure, and most people don't account for that, because they're focused on the upside. The trap is thinking leverage is a shortcut. It's not. It doesn't replace strategy. It doesn't reduce effort. It doesn't remove risk. It magnifies all of it. Leverage is an amplifier. And amplifiers don't care if your strategy is good or bad. They don't evaluate decisions. They don't adjust outcomes. They just make everything bigger. A strong position becomes stronger. A weak position becomes fragile. A good decision compounds. A bad decision accelerates. That's the mechanism. And once you're inside it, the margin for error becomes smaller, because the scale is larger. Leverage doesn't create success, it exposes it. It reveals whether the system underneath actually works, and if it does, it scales it. If it doesn't, it breaks it faster. If you want to understand how leverage shapes outcomes across financial systems, subscribe. Next, we break down how real estate uses leverage to amplify returns. This is money mechanics.